And so it is that we're back. We're back once again. Welcome back, everyone. It's Thursday, July 13th. Yeah, we just missed Friday the 13th by like that much. It's the next Friday the 13th. Welcome, everyone. Kimberly, there's Jimmy in the house. What's up, Jimmy? Middle-aged stream, hey. Yeah, thank you for the extra time off these past couple days. Yesterday was already scheduled as an off day. But what with the U.S. holiday last week and things getting a little off schedule, we had 6 days in a row of streams. And I needed that extra day off. So, most excellent. Thank you for that. How is everyone? Is the week starting off all right? Where did we wrap? Yeah, we had recruited. Morden is where we wrapped. Actually, it took a while. We had some trouble in the fans. The plague that was sweeping through the slums of Omega. Had a little bit of trouble getting the fans turned on for that. I think we ran through our upgrades at the end of the stream. Spent some money on a few things. Spent some resources on a few things. So we're going to start today by recruiting Archangel. But before we go down to Omega again to recruit Archangel, let's have a little chat. We got to run around the ship, catch up with the crew, see what everybody thinks of our first outing.
Shepard, how can I help?
Yeah, well... Morden!
Have you got a minute to talk?
Of course. Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
Is your assistant Daniel settling in all right?
Quite well. Safe and secure. Neighborhood mostly quiet with Plague gone. Left him the security mechs just in case. Can't be too careful. Also tired of mechs. Noisy. Never used them in STG.
Yeah, I don't think we'd need those mechs here at all. Yeah, I had a past 2 days where I wasn't streaming. I had some of that too. Middle-aged stream. Hello all, just sitting down at your PC to pay some bills. So much fun! Then you're gonna pack up for your trip to Michigan this weekend. Going to see a few friends. Any plans for anyone else? Jimmy, that sounds good, man. Road trip. Road trip. I was staring at my bills over the past couple days. So much fun!
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge. Save greatest number of people using limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course.
Of
Helping
course.
the helpless, greater good, all that too.
All that.
Nice. Retirement after SDG work complete.
Just another day in the life. Morden likes working under pressure. I know a lot of people do some of their best work under pressure. Greater the difficulty, the greater the challenge, the greater the complexity, the greater the pressure. Back against the wall, some of us rise to the cause. Morden seems to work that way.
Tell me more about the Solarian Special Tasks Group.
Respected
Air trip,
organization.
not road trip.
Clandestine. Handles difficult assignments with limited
Fair
oversight.
enough.
Recon, analysis, occasional wet work. Identify problems, have neutralization options ready should need arise. Model for Council Spectres based on Special Tasks Group. Very similar.
Yeah, but what did you just do under the desk?
Similar in what way?
Solarians lack numbers, brute strength, military prowess, have to rely upon stealth, intelligence. Agents trusted, given wide operative freedom. Spectres similar, given goal, told to accomplish. Better, funded, of course. Didn't have to buy our own weapons.
You said you were in the Special Tasks Group. What kind of research were you doing?
Not simply research. Several recon missions. Covert, high risk, served under young captain named Kirihi. Studied Krogan genophage, took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
Hold the line! We did meet Kirihi on Veermeyer.
I worked with an STG captain named Kirihi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Burmeyer.
Heard he was part of that. Jury-rigged explosive. Always got job done with limited resources. Good captain.
Good
Bit of a
captain.
cloaca, though. Loved his speeches. Hold the line. Personally prefer to get job done and go home. Probably military bravado, jargon, chest pounding. No offense.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kirahi is, one of the goods, one of the greats. We may just meet up with him again at some point.
Why would STG study the genophage?
Krogan rebellion's bloody, dangerous, nearly as bad as Rachni attacks. All species evolve, adapt, mutate. If genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
What was the STG preparing to do?
Military schematics for likely Krogan population growth, political scenarios for attack points. Genophage reduced Krogan numbers. Species aggression unchecked, population explosion would be disastrous. STG helped check Krogan rebellions, needed to be ready to do the same. Simple recon, nothing to worry about.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Bioweapon designed by Solarian science team, deployed by Turians against Krogans to end Krogan rebellions more than 1,000 years ago. Affects every cell of Krogan body. Commonly and incorrectly considered a sterility plague. Actually adjusts viable fertility rates to compensate for high Krogan birth rate. Stabilizes to pre-industrial population growth levels.
Mass Effect 2, a lot of the dialogue trees, the options, the positions of the choices change throughout a conversation, and some get replaced with other options. Did we have reason for studies in the nature of genophage? Do we have something else? And then, anyways, I'm just gonna
Why would STG study the
work
genophage?
through this
Krogan
one more
rebellion's
time.
bloody.
Yeah.
All species evolve, adapt, mutate.
Nice
If
talking
genophage-
with you, Morden.
Okay, we did.
I should get back to work. Need to study. So much data. Here if you need me.
It increases the number of times we're gonna hear some of the dialogue repeatedly. Shepard, doors are hard, I know. I think we spoke with Jacob right before the end of the last stream. But I'll be having conversations, and I'll sort of intend to go around the wheel of options, and then some of the options will relocate themselves, and I'll end up repeating options or second guessing whether we've heard certain options. Gonna have to deal with that. Healing of your facial scars from Dr. Chocolates. Commander, I've done further investigation regarding your facial scarring, and the old adage of mind over matter holds true. Negative attitudes and aggressive acts create adverse reactions with your cybernetic implants, while peaceful thoughts and compassionate actions promote healing. If you maintain a positive outlook, I believe your facial scarring will heal on its own. Otherwise, there is surgical equipment we could use to insulate your cybernetic implants and accelerate your healing regardless of your mental outlook. Updated plans for the new medical equipment to your research terminal in the tech lab. I want to pause here for a second because this is interesting. Paragon Renegade. People have argued over what that means. Is it good and bad? Is Renegade evil? No. Renegade is expedient, is at any cost, is get things done despite the consequences. So, a lot of debates have been held over that. But look at how they characterize it in some of the secondary content like this. Negative attitudes. Negative attitudes yield adverse reactions. They are talking about Renegade. They are characterizing Renegade as negative attitudes here. There's no mystery here. Is Paragon good and Renegade bad? Is Paragon positive and Renegade negative? Is it really just about expedient actions? Well, they lay it out sometimes. They call it bad. They call it negative. Negative attitudes. On the other hand, if you maintain a positive outlook, Paragon, facial scarring will heal on its own. So, anyways, the game itself weighs in on good and bad, and the game itself judges it that way from time to time. It's not just diplomatic and expedient. There is a little bit of good and bad in there. The game presents it as such. I digress. From Admiral Hackett, Commander Shepard, the Alliance was grateful to receive the information you found at the Normandy's crash site. We've sent it out to the affected families. By finding those dog tags, you've provided peace of mind for a lot of people, Commander. I thank you on their behalf.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Beat you to it, Kelly. Beat you to it. We already read it. Hey, Max. A loose cannon is usually viewed as negative. Yeah, but the debate rages on.
You were very open with me. I like that. but I hope I didn't come across as too flirty. I don't want to overstep my bounds.
Oh no, flirting is good.
You're very charming, Kelly.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
These options will linger. We did ask Kelly, what do you do here? Are you happy here? What do you think of Cerberus? We've been there. Been there, done that. What do you think of Cerberus?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
We're looking for some new dialogue options at some point, so we'll keep checking in with Kelly. Max, how are you doing? Yeah, loose cannon, usually viewed as negative. Often. We've had a number of conversations here over the past couple of years about Paragon and Renegade, and is it really a good and evil kind of thing? And no, Renegade isn't really evil, but it is pretty harsh. It does get rather mean. It's not just expedient. I'm good, Max, I'm good. It was good to have a couple days off. I needed them. I caught up on some sleep and...
Commander,
I assume everything's
feeling
going
pretty
well
well
here?
refreshed.
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
If you don't want to hear it, turn the damn sound off.
Well, it doesn't change anything. It's still watching. Like some creepy kid staring at the back of your head in comp side. You just want to punch him, but he's special and he sets fires or something. Okay, a little too far there, but you know what I mean.
Your problem, not mine.
Thanks. I'll remember this.
I think we've asked Joker about these options will also linger, much like Kelly's, but let's
So, how do you
check
think
in
we're
with them.
doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade.
We
As for
haven't
the crew, we'd
upgraded
have to ask
anything.
A people person.
Not a people person. Not true.
What do you think about
He
the people
is.
we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Zaid is like you, but takes checks. As long as it's not my money, we're good. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
That's
Message
it
for
for
you,
now.
Commander. Just
See
came
you,
in over a
Commander.
secure channel.
I didn't realize it was overlaid. Kimberly! Yeah! 18 months? Kimberly, thou art awesome. 18 months of most excellent support. Thank you! Kimberly, thank you so much. We got nothing in chat. Which reminds me, I better get something open here. First of all, forget what that reminds me of. Let's get some love in chat for B. Kimberly and 18 months of full-blown support. Well, okay, it shows 19 on the Game Wisp screen, but you're always robbed of a month, as you know. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. The alerts on screen have been really wonky lately, and on top of that, the alerts in chat have been wonky lately. They're two separate systems. On-screen follow alerts weren't working, and then they were. With all the auto follows, Twitch had been encouraging. Things got a little crazy on screen. So after that day when the on-screen alerts didn't work for follows, it was kind of nice to see them in chat and not have them popping up constantly on screen. And I rolled with that. I kept it that way. Here's the problem. The in-chat alerts aren't working sometimes. And during the last stream, and I really don't know what's going on with Streamlabs or Ankbot and their ability to detect it. There's a lot of API stuff that seems wonky. Streamlabs thinks we've had a bunch of 1-hour streams when we've had 6 and 8 hour streams. It's not tracking things properly. Some days Ankbot is announcing follows in chat, and some days it's not. I have not yet found any indications that anyone else is having issues, and I haven't really pursued it yet. So I missed all the follows on Monday's stream. Every single one. Nothing on screen, nothing in chat. Found the emails later. Thank you to everyone who followed on Monday. C-Star, welcome! Happy almost day. Happy almost day, C-Star. Glad you could make it. Did you get some food? Did you get some food and some beer? Are you ready to hang out? I got mine. Pizza and beer. It's cool! Hey, Shadow Dragon. Twitch had some API updates recently, and it very well could be related to that. What I'm getting at is, I don't know yet if the alerts are going to work today or not. Possible that I will see follow alerts in chat, that we'll all see them. It's possible they won't show up at all. So at some point, I'll go delving into emails and see what's going on. Not a whole lot of crew on board yet. But before we head back down to Omega, let's check in. Zaid on board. Starboard cargo. Zaid made himself right at home. He's already got surveillance footage of the rest of the ship. Did he get our permission to do that? I don't think he got our permission to do that.
Oh yeah, that's a model of the Paragon. Turian frigate. Hell of a ship. I led a mission to bring that thing down from the inside with just 5 men and whatever guns we could bring. No chance of success, but we did it. Everyone died but me. So I made out like a bandit. My first impossible mission as an independent contractor. There's been many since, but nothing so goddamn sweet as watching that Turian warship crash planet-side.
So yeah, Kim, we didn't see anything in chat about that. I don't know if that's any indication of what Ankbot is going to do today with other alerts and API calls.
Hey, don't touch. That rifle's older than you are. I call her Jessie. That's my lucky charm. More men have been killed with that gun than died in the Skillian Blitz. The day I laid her to rest was the saddest day of my life. I give up every weapon I own for one more mission with that shitty old rifle.
Probably a good idea. He's not trying to use it anymore. It looks like you fire another shot and it'll just fall apart. I wouldn't trust that rifle in my hands.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something. I was trying to remember how many Cerberus operatives I've killed. Lost track around 50. Guess your elusive man's big on forgiveness.
I don't know about that. He's big on getting what he wants. I don't know about the forgiveness part.
Get a knife stuck in the right way, and you can pull that plate right off a Krogan's head. It's the best way to get a Krogan to talk. The threat of it drives him mad. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
He picked the room with the garbage compressor. Wonder how much waste we produce on board the Normandy anyways.
Beauty, isn't it? Pried that off the Krogan warlord, Gazak. Used to run the blood pack out of Omega about 17 years ago. Wasn't even a job. The guy just thought he'd hijack a freighter I was hitchhiking on. Big mistake. I goaded Gazak into one-on-one combat. Took out his legs, grabbed his gun, and killed every blood pack bastard in the room. That was the most beaten Krogan I've ever seen. Kept a helmet to remind me of that pained expression.
Not much else going on in engineering yet. Oh, we do have the couplings to,
I've got green across the board.
We've already turned
Forward
them in.
tanks are buoyant and elevated. Are you talking about the Normandy or Miranda?
I'm talking about the one that's covered and protected, not bouncing in the breeze.
I don't know. Operative Lawson's uniform is very official. It always makes me stand at attention.
You're such a dog.
I don't even recognize those lines of dialogue. The buoyancy.
You're the best, Commander.
Are you talking
We
about
just got
Miranda?
those FBA couplings installed. Now we only have to calibrate every week instead of every day. We're thinking about celebrating our newfound free time with some Skillian 5 poker. Want to join us?
Come on, Kenny.
Yeah, I'll take your money.
Commander doesn't want to play cards with grease monkeys.
No. Shepard will take your money.
Actually, that sounds interesting.
Fantastic. I'll get the cards.
My Skillian 5's a bit rusty. You'll be easy on the rookie, right?
Of course, Commander. It's all friendly.
Yeah, right.
He took him for a ride. Ever wait for this dialogue until after Tali's on this ship? Probably not. Like I said, I don't think I've ever... I don't know how it is. I've never heard that dialogue. We've certainly gotten the couplings and turned them in many times, but maybe that dialogue about buoyancy and so forth only plays at an early point. I'm not sure I've even gone down and heard that dialogue before at that point in time. How are you doing, Woo? She destroys you all at poker. No, I definitely have not heard that.
Be gentle on the rookie. I can't believe we
So, We Are Woo is talking about Tali takes up a position here.
Beat me at my own game. You're all right, Shepard.
So if you wait to turn in the couplings until after Tali's on board, she gets involved in the poker game. That's awesome. Woo, how are things today? Let's go up a level through quarters.
It's just too dangerous for them in New Canton. I'm shipping my family back to Earth.
You can afford that?
Cerberus looks out for their own. They're funding the transport for me.
It's the least they can do when we're putting our lives on the line.
Much like taking Legion onto Tali's loyalty mission, it's something you have to kind of plan ahead for. So it appears. We're going to be going after Archangel shortly here. Back down to Omega. Just checking in with the crew.
I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Nice to see a familiar face, Doctor.
I feel the same. I wish more of the original crew could be here. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
I realize I'm pale as all get out, but Dr. Chocolates could really use some sun.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Right, it's a lot less expensive than Trainer's toothbrush, so it's on me.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center. A very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Yeah, Zaid was just waiting for us at Omega. So it's hard to count him as a pickup. He's always there. He's always going to be there. But Morton's the only one, so we're going back down to Omega to recruit Archangel next.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
How does he react? Ooh, I don't think I have taken Grunt into the Omega
I'll
quarantine
see you later,
zone.
Doctor.
Commander.
And brandy. Never been big on brandy. I mean, I'd have a drink with Dr. Chocolates, but I've never been big on brandy. I suppose it wouldn't be the same if you brought him back there later, after the plague has been dealt with.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
Maybe that's because this isn't a Cerberus operation.
Not to
Has
you,
to be
maybe.
done on Morden's recruiting
But I
mission.
report directly to the elusive man. And I'm here because he wants me to be. Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
What did Cerberus do that made you so loyal?
I suppose you deserve to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
I assume that Cerberus approves of your enhanced abilities?
Of course. Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity. Genetic alterations included. But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the elusive man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture, and I feel like I have a purpose here.
Talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used by your father, by Cerberus.
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
Your spirit and personality are what make you great. It's what makes anyone great.
That's kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying it.
Yeah, it looks like the in-chat alerts. So you saw that? C-Star, you saw an in-chat alert? I'm only seeing the email. That's our gamers. Welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, the on-screen alerts are currently off. The in-chat alerts should be working. They're not. You saw them on Chatty. I'm not seeing them in Chatty. Soldier Dad, welcome back. How are you? And Simpika, hello, hello. Trying to make sense of this. Looking through Ankbot's chat log, there's nothing on Chatty. I've got nothing on screen. We got nothing. But I do get the emails. Yeah, C-Star, I'm not sure what precisely you're looking at, but it's all good. Separate follower window, which updates real time. Oh, well, I'm definitely not looking at that window. Soldier Dad, Simpika, I am really well. I'm very glad to have had 2 days off. Simpika, I needed it. I needed some catch-up on sleep, some catch-up on unrelated, non-Twitch stuff. It was good. I got the dogs out, ate some pizza, grabbed a beer, and got the dogs out right before the stream. Feeling good. Femshep time, indeed, Soldier Dad. You a fan of Jennifer Hale Shepard? Even though we're playing Paragon Adept, shout out for Jennifer Hale's Renegade. Shepard She really delivers those lines great, and we won't get to hear them this time.
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic. My father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
Talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used by your father, by Cerberus.
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
See a little bit of what's going on with Miranda's dialogue? This is a great example of one of those trees that branches but also loops back on itself. Once you get to asking her about her father, the conversation loops back around to genetic modifications, and you get some of the dialogue options that you already had, that you've already spoken about with her. And this line of inquiry loops back around into them.
You told me a lot about your father. What happened to your mother?
Probably too late to hope they'll be fixed.
Most of my genetic material is based on my father's tissue. His Y chromosome was altered with an amalgam of desired traits from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
Soldier Dad, by the way, you're good to go. The bot gets confused by like your J Hale, J period Hale, with no space in there. It thought that was a web link is all. I agree. Jennifer Hale, Shep, was better than the male counterpart. Mark Meer improved throughout the series. I don't think he ever reached those levels of impactful delivery that Jennifer Hale did, or very rarely. My opinion only, but
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
I don't think I'm completely alone there.
Anytime, Commander. Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
Normandy upgrades. So this option wasn't there just a minute ago, but we don't actually have to do her loyalty mission. Every crew member on the Normandy will have something they can contribute, some bit of research that will aid your mission. And at least 4 of them are really important. Some of them have to do with the Normandy itself in a way that will affect the story, and some of them are just huge conveniences like having more probes, more fuel, faster scanning, but non-essential.
Have you got any ideas for potential upgrades we could make?
A few ideas, yeah. Here, take a look.
Oh, what is she offering? Advanced mineral scanner. Greatly speeds up the planet scanning process. This is beautiful. We don't have to keep scanning planets at its super slow speed. Fair point. Woo. You say Mark Meer had his charm, but it's hard to argue that he gave the superior performance unless you're really role-playing as a somewhat robotic military lifer. He does fit that role well. Nice. Thank you, door. Boy, the doors are just being mean to Shepard today. Max, I'd probably recognize the clip. He said you can't get over how he says the best at the end of the Citadel DLC. I can't quite picture that. I can't hear it in my head. Alright, we did come away with some points yesterday, not yet spent. Let's go 3 into Biotic Mastery, even though we could and maybe even should be dropping more points into some other... I'm not big on Shockwave, I'll tell you right now. I might like Adept, but I'm really not big on Shockwave. We might end up using it anyways. Maybe I'll try to get out of character. Bull's very useful. Let's see about next few points we acquire. Let's see about unlocking Pull, and I'm not too worried about Shockwave. Ooh, he was excellent in the Citadel DLC in both roles. You actually liked Crazy Clone Mark Meer better? Really? Ah. If I played Andromeda, some of it. I attempted to. We played about 30 hours. We made it through about 3 planets. And just kind of reached a point where I felt without direction, without connection. Yeah, honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to bust that discussion wide open again. You say they patched the hell out of it since you dropped it. Doesn't fix the story, but mechanically it's improved. Mechanically, I was okay with it. So unfortunately, the things that they've patched are the things I was already okay with. So we're going after Archangel. Miranda and Mordin make a very effective team. She's got Overload and Warp, and he's got Incinerate. Cryoblast I never ended up using too much, but Incinerate alone makes a huge difference. Lots of armored enemies, or when things are no longer armored. Zaid. Eventually, his Inferno Grenade is a beautiful thing. Big on concussive shot. Disruptor ammo. We are going to have mech. Should we go and should we leave Mordin behind and bring Zaid and Miranda? That'd be a little different. I don't think I usually bring Zaid on this one. Possibly. I don't know what it's going to take to get me back into it. The closest I've come to wanting to continue that or finish it is the overall framework of the story holds some greater interest to me, as you know, Wu, because we've spoken about it. And I saw Iceman finish one of his playthroughs. So now that I've seen the end, which I don't want to spoil, I'm a little more interested in this story. The characters themselves, nope. To be honest, no. 30 hours, and I didn't really connect with any of the characters there. So let's not dwell on it. Let's move on. Let's not keep talking about it. It makes me sad. So if there's any reason we are more likely not to come back to it, it's that. So I kind of get sad every time I think about it. Who wants to be sad? I want to have fun. We'll bank his points for now. Arniflex, grenade launcher. We'll probably have to re-choose our crew when we actually go onto the mission.
I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station.
It's all good, Soldier Dad. But I do have a lot invested in this series over the past few years. It does mean a lot to me. I've made quite a connection with it, and Andromeda was a hard pill to swallow after all of that.
So, I heard a human went into the plague zone. Then I found out about a lot of dead Vorcha down there. You know anything about this?
I was down there on a mission. The Vorcha were just in the way.
Remind me not to get in your way. Well, my job just got a whole lot easier.
Probably give us renegade points for talking that way about it, instead of playing coy. Hey, Ori, you remember walking into Omega for the first time? I bet a lot of people do.
What's your job here exactly?
I'm supposed to keep the Vorcha in line. Keep them out of Arya's sight. That's about it.
I'm sure you haven't
Not much
forgotten
for
the
me to
one
do
rule.
anymore. But the way those Vorcha breed, I'll have something to do soon enough.
There's an awful lot of Vorcha here. What are they planning?
Vorcha? Plan? They're a pestilence, nothing more. If they started planning, we'd all be in big trouble.
I'll just be going.
Keep up the good work.
So our first major task in Mass Effect 2 is to recruit our crew. We've been given dossiers on a number of different operatives. The Master Thief, we get to the Citadel. The Warlord, travel to Corliss. Archangel, sign up with the mercenary gangs by speaking to the recruiter in one of Afterlife's private rooms. I guess I was jumping the gun there. We're not ready to shuttle out yet. And the Convict, Jack, no last name known, exceptional biotic ability, and all that good stuff.
Come on, let me in.
The line to enter Omega's Afterlife bar never moves. Never ever moves. Goodwin, I see how it is. Me too, I see how it is. I spy with my little eye. Still Goodwin. What's up, Goodwin? First major task should be showing us Shep's dance moves. Hey, is there even a spot we can dance here in Afterlife? Can't dance in Afterlife, can we? We can buy the brandy for Dr. Chocolates. Zaid?
I knew a bar out on the front that looked like this. Me and some friends got stupid one night. Long story short, tempers flared, followed by pistols. We all got out, except my buddy Narco. Places like this are slaughterhouses, dressed as nightclubs. I shit you not.
Don't come down here much. In fact, there's a little side quest. Valve's coming down here, but I think we have to start it upstairs. Oh, what's down here? Lower level. And this bartender. Yeah. I've probably had whole playthroughs where I don't even come down here. There we go. Alright, Shepard's dance moves. You asked, you shall receive. Check those moves out. Oh my god! This floor is lit! You can't handle those dance moves, can you? Quick, I know, if you need a cold shower, go take a cold shower. I know, it's a lot to take in. Dance moves, 10 out of 10. And you want to see some better dance moves? The only way it could be improved is if Claptrap was singing. Or an Asarian assless chaps, that goes a long way. Hey, Marisha, how are you doing?
For you, Commander.
Oh,
Just came in
heck
over a secure
yeah!
channel.
Marisha, thank you so much. Look at that, Marisha just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Off playing some Stardew Valley, but you dropped in so you could subscribe. Most excellent! Thank you, cheers to you. Marisha, thank you for your support. Thanks for dropping in to say hi. Hope you're having a good time today in Stardew Valley. I have not played. What would Liara say? Liara knows all about table dancing. Family traditions and all that. Marisha, are you going to be playing Stardew for a while? We're going to be here for quite a while today. Maybe if you get tired of playing Stardew, you'll come back. Hang out for a little bit. You too! Orvan. This guy. Something's wrong! My heart! Ah!
Shepard, are you alright?
Well, I don't feel so good. Kind of feel like my insides are on the outside.
What's going on here?
You ought to be all right. Just take her easy. Looks like you broke the first rule of Omega. Don't order a drink at Afterlife if you're human.
Humans aren't welcome at Afterlife?
It's just that one Batarian bartender. He's got a stick up his ass about a bunch of Batarians that died a while back. No one does a thing about it, though. Humans ain't exactly held in high regard around here.
That bartender tried to poison me?
Tried is the word. As far as I know, you're the first human to survive it. Me and my friend Jake went there to celebrate our new shipping business. He got real drunk. And an hour later, he was puking blood.
Duly noted. Let's get back to work.
Be careful out there.
Confront the bartender. Yeah, and how? Where'd they leave us? There's a Vorcha peeing in the corner. That's nice. Or he's talking to debris. Or, yeah, I don't even want to know!
Alliance military officials are having difficulty meeting hiring quotas, according to a new report.
In ME2, you were a purely social drinker. Only drink you drank was on Ilium. That one character from ME1. Hey, why can I never remember her name? Giannopolis? But you know, yeah, I know who you're talking about. The one who arrested Administrator Ananias. Willow! Jay the Mighty, the Amazing, the Happy, the Explorer, the Augmented, the Shepherd. I inserted that last one. Hope you don't mind. Gianna Parasini, yeah, Gianna... Klaatu Barada! That's your name. Gianna Parasini, you got it. I mangled it, you got it. Welcome, Willow. How are you today?
Do I know you? No, you humans all look the same. Here, have a drink on the house.
There's another curious Paragon moment. Inciting the crowd, getting everyone riled up, wanting to kill the bartender is somehow a Paragon option.
What do you think these people will do when they find out you're poisoning your customers?
Poisoning what now?
This has nothing to do with you.
Who's next? Turians? You don't like them either, right?
Answer the damn question, Forvan.
You want a piece of me? I'll leave your corpse for the fortune.
Not taking any chances.
I don't know who Ogren is, but I'll buy you a drink. Hey, you want to dance?
Bastard deserved what he got.
Willow, is that what you posted about? I saw a one-liner in Discord earlier. Pissed, confused. Your vape is not working. It's a fancy one too.
I got
I don't know how much help we could be, but I am curious. It's not turning on. The element's not heating up. There's something else going on. It's probably not the ideal place to be talking about that, but curiosity and all that. Alright, wrong side of the bar. Now that we're back upstairs, we are here to meet with the recruiter. We want to go after Archangel. Everybody wants a piece of Archangel.
I hear you're recruiting.
Why don't you step inside? You'll get paid when the job's done, just like everyone else. Who's next?
Sign us up.
Well, aren't you sweet? You're in the wrong place, honey. Strippers' quarters are that way. Wow, not even a smile. So you're here to fight then?
Sure, if this is the place to go after Archangel.
This is the place. Standard fee is 500 credits each. You get paid when the job's done. If you die, your friends don't collect your share. You'll need your own weapons and armor. Looks like you got that covered. And no, this does not make you a member of the Blue Suns, Eclipse, or the Blood Pack. You are a freelancer, period. Any questions?
Why are the mercs working together to take down Archangel?
You haven't been on Omega long, huh? He does everything he can to screw with us. Shipments go missing, operations are compromised. Every month it gets worse. Tarek and the other bosses are tired of losing credits. And men.
Is he a heavy hitter? How many merc bosses are involved in this attack?
Yeah, Tarek runs the Blue Suns, but all three bosses are overseeing the operation. Jarrett's leading the Eclipse and Garm's the head of the Blood Pack. Tarek's in charge, but the others would never say that. I'm surprised they're in on this at all, but I guess getting rid of Archangel is worth it.
What do we do once we're there? How do we get to Archangel?
The mercs will tell you when you get there. Last I heard, they were putting the freelancers into scouting groups. They attack in waves to distract Archangel while we try to get past his defenses.
Looking at his Batarian head. Woo, what was the deal with the Batarian DLC? Multiplayer, Andromeda multiplayer, Batarian add-on. Something about a witness protection program. Alright, reading different things at once. That's their justification for Batarians showing up.
So we're just fodder for his bullets?
If you don't like it, don't sign up. But if you do your job right, it's easy credits. Besides, what are the odds he can kill all of you?
Seems like a lot of trouble for just one guy.
You had a whole team, but we've dealt with them. Now he's just one guy. But he's got the advantage. It's his base of operations and he knows we're coming. He's planned for an attack like this. We've lost a lot of men trying to get to him already.
Yeah, there you go. See stars like that.
It's gonna be tough to get to him.
Like chasing a Vorch out of the sewer pipes. But that's why we're recruiting. If we just keep throwing fighters at him, we'll get him eventually.
Where's the attack taking place?
Archangel's base of operations. He's been hiding right under our noses. I can't tell you exactly where you're going, but we'll get you there.
Let's go.
Just head over to the transport depot outside the club. One of our boys will take you from there. Send in the next one.
Hey, is this where I sign up?
Yeah, this kid walks in. He wants to go after Archangel. Shouldn't someone tell him it's the hardest recruitment mission in the game? He has no business.
You look a little young to be freelancing as a merc.
I'm old enough. I grew up on Omega. I know how to use a gun.
A water pistol?
You know enough to get yourself killed.
I can handle myself. Besides, I just spent 50 credits on this pistol and I want to use it.
Get your money back.
Hey, what are you...
Trust me, kid. You'll thank me later.
If your gun breaks that easily, you shouldn't be shooting it in the first place. Just one night with Arya. You're one of the bar patrons in the background. The whole bar trying to sleep with Arya?
Come on, let me in.
Hey, Prestige. Welcome,
Captain
man.
Gavorn, head of the Vorchet task force.
Oh.
Got something to report?
We already spoke, man.
I'll just be going.
Keep up the good work.
Ari's expecting me.
Prestige. Do you, Prestige, these days when you're hanging out in the channel, are you usually on mobile or on a desktop? I know you've been watching those hours. Mobile really burns people on the hours. Whole switching applications. I don't think it's racking up hours properly for most people who spend most of their time on mobile. Always seems to miss some. More likely the whole planet. The only reason anyone's on Omega, huh? Let's drop a hard save. Green, you up for some Archangel?
I'm on the mission.
I hope you're ready. Archangel's been annihilating you freelancers.
Ready when you are.
Get in.
Yeah, woo. So despite the fact that the Andromeda Initiative is not an Alliance operation, and we're extremely limited and expensive space for everyone, sure, throw the Batarian crooks on there. They supposedly helped the Alliance take down a pirate operation or something. So what did I say? We were going to try Miranda and Zaid on this trip. Willow, before you click that button again, a lot of people have been, I don't know how to say it, a lot of people have unfollowed when they thought they needed to follow again. Something to do with mobile and UI changes. Before you do that, Willow, make sure that you actually need to. The number of people have followed because they thought they had suddenly become unfollowed, and anyways, it's not really what it looked like. See, it happened to Wu. 2 months ago, it happened to Wu. So before you follow again, make sure it's something you actually need to do. Fantastica, hey Jay, man, what's up? What's up with you? Good to see you. We are going after Archangel. So you came in at a good time.
It's about time they sent me someone who looks like they can actually fight. They tell you what we're up against?
Oh, fantastic. I don't know, a little of this, a little of that. Good to have you back. I had big surgery in March that I have pretty well recovered from, so we're pretty much back where I want us to be. Just about. They tell you what we're up against. Tell me.
The recruiter was a little vague.
We wouldn't get many hires if everyone knew the truth. Archangel's holed up in a building at the end of the boulevard over there. He's got superior position, and the only way in is over a very exposed bridge. It's a killing ground, but he's getting tired, making mistakes. We'll have him soon enough.
Yeah, Willow, it looks like you're still good. If that says year and 2 months, then whatever the UI looks like, I wouldn't mess with it. That's exactly how people end up unfollowing without meaning to. Fantastica. Well, glad you made it back. Glad you got back into your house. I'm sorry you had to cut up your knuckles breaking into your own home. Nobody likes having to break into their own home. I've done it. I've crawled through my dog door a number of times.
You guys have a plan?
A small team is waiting to infiltrate his hideout, but we need to draw Archangel's fire so they can move in.
And that's where we come in.
Exactly. You'll be on a distraction team. Head straight over the bridge and keep Archangel busy so the infiltration team can sneak in behind him.
That's goddamn suicide.
Pretty much, but you look like you can handle it.
Look like we can handle what? Suicide?
Barricade. Talk to Sergeant Katka. He'll tell you when to go in.
So the bridge is the only way to his hideout?
Exactly. Archangel collapsed all the underground passageways and sealed the doors to the lower levels. We've got teams digging, but it's taking too long. If they can get the gunship flying again, that'll help. But I'm hoping the infiltration team will finish the job and we can all go home.
They were using a gunship to take out one guy?
Hey, it works.
And Archangel shut it down. He didn't destroy it, but he knew just where to hit it to disable it. It wasn't even a fair fight. At least not for us.
Where's the infiltration team now?
On the far side of the bridge near his hideout, but they can't get any closer without being seen.
Could be Willow. Might just be some Twitch glitch.
How'd they get that close without being seen?
More distractions. Tarek used a gunship to keep Archangel busy. We were able to sneak a few men into his hideout before he took it down, but they're stuck there. We need to keep Archangel focused on the bridge, so he doesn't find them and wipe them out.
What do you know about Archangel?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. I just do logistics. Tarek and the other merc bosses have been dealing with him for a while now. But don't be surprised if they're not thrilled about talking to a freelancer.
I better go find Sergeant Katka.
Good idea. Watch yourself on the boulevard. Archangel's killed dozens out there already.
It's gonna be easy.
I can't do it from here right now, Prestige. I can do it from my desktop after the stream. I gotta dig through email archives. Don't have access to sitting right here.
Let's find him first.
But I'd be happy
Then we'll
to
figure
check.
out how to get
Hey,
back.
Jamster, welcome back. Really, Jamster, we just got started. We were hanging out in the Afterlife bar. We were having a few drinks and getting poisoned by the bartender. So this is really where we're starting for the day. We're going after Archangel on Omega.
Guess we're going with the mercs.
The heavy mechs and gunship possess considerable firepower. Weakening them before leaving will improve your chances.
Oh, you got poisoned. Yeah, we went down to the lower bar in Afterlife. Bartender there doesn't like humans.
As the first wave goes in, the infiltration team will attempt to take Archangel by surprise. I don't expect much from the freelancers. When they fail, we are up next. The light mechs go in first. If that's not enough, we send in the heavy. Be prepared. Do you need something?
You lead the Eclipse?
You figure that out by yourself? I'm Jareth. I run Omega's Eclipse. What do you need, freelancer?
Why are Eclipse on Omega in the first place?
Since you care so much, Eclipse controls almost 20% of Omega. Our transports and mechs keep the EZO moving.
Sounds very organized.
Eclipse runs like a well-oiled machine, but Omega is anything but organized. It's a constant battle for control. Then Archangel comes along and complicates things even more.
Why does Archangel give you so much trouble?
Ask him. I'm just here to make as much money as I can. We didn't come to Omega to be constrained by laws and regulations.
All right, then a different question. Why do you have a coat hanger on your back?
I promise you.
Seems like this is personal for you.
He raided one of my transports last month, killed 2 of my best operatives. One of them was my brother, so yes, it's pretty damn personal.
What do you know about Archangel?
Shit, I just
His
asked
life
him twice.
expectancy is shortening.
Is that it? Nobody seems to know
Look
anything.
around, you'll learn what you need to know. He's smart, he's resourceful, and he's dangerous. But we've got him cornered. He won't be making fools of us much longer. Can I assist you further?
It's my turn to make fools of you.
Where did he come from? Who is he?
Even his team didn't know that. Maybe we'll know more once we have his body. Of course, it really won't matter then.
So the infiltration team is the main focus of the attack.
Tarek's plan, not mine. He doesn't want to lose any more men, so he's throwing you freelancers at the problem. Archangel's not going anywhere, so I suppose there's no harm in trying. Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky.
I'll get going.
Good idea.
Message to Tarak. Spoken to Garm, and he and his men are on board. Assuming this operation is successful, we can count on high morale and extensive buy-in from the men. The losses we've already taken, possibility exists that we won't have the men needed to continue on to the next objective. It's clear, though, that none of our organizations would be ready to move on Aria without the assistance of the other two. Geralt, the Merc teams They're gonna make a move on Arya. At least that's their plan. But we cannot go back to the bar to inform Arya. Not at this point. But when we do get back there, we're gonna let her know. Ezo smuggling accounts. Nice. How about it? Credits, brother. Credits. Heavy mech diagnostic station. Bypass friend or foe ID. Friend or foe systems you're not familiar with in generally in military tech. Friend or foe will identify exactly like it sounds. Are you an enemy or are you on the same side? So, T, open. Just told the circuit paths. You can actually see the circuit paths between them. And that might be so, but, like this point, with the time we have left, we have a second to look at it. Yeah, that's true. You can see the circuit path between these two. I don't know what would be easier for you. I still think I'm going to lean on the little symbols, just matching the symbols.
Perfect. It'll be hostile if they activate it.
I think I'd probably spend more time scrutinizing the kind of fuzzy circuit lines in the background to see what lines up with what. I don't think I'd go quite as quickly. Willow, your teddy bear's shipped. Group you're in, you pooled your money. Bought an insane amount of Build-A-Bear teddy bears. So that's, I assume that's $10 each. Garb, one of the other mercenary leaders.
You're in the wrong place, freelancer.
You the Blood Pack leader?
Name's Garm. That's all you need to know. I'm stuck here waiting till you freelancers are done playing war. Ask your questions and go.
When did the Blood Pack attack?
Damn Tarek wants us to wait. I hate waiting. But he says the Suns have a plan, and they don't want us getting in their way. We're supposed to wait until the Eclipse send their mechs. We'll see.
Why are the Blood Pack on Omega?
We're the muscle on this bloody station. You need protection or want someone removed, talk to us. The Blood Pack are everywhere on Omega. Everybody loves us, and everybody hates us.
I'm guessing Archangel mostly just hates you.
He's just an uptight asshole. I don't really care what he thinks. But he's costing me men and making me work for my money. I'll be the one to take him out today. You watch. I'm the only one who's fought him one-on-one.
I'll give you the uptight part. But Garm, I'm pretty sure you're the asshole.
What do you know about Archangel?
He's a pain in the ass. He's a Turian, which makes him slightly worse to look at than you. And he's brave, till he realizes you're more than he bargained for.
Sounds like you've had personal experience.
He tried to take me down once. Waited till I was alone. Longest damn fight of my life, but I held him off till my men showed up. He wasn't so tough after that. We chased him over half of Omega. Almost had him, but the slippery bastard snuck away before we could pin him down.
I get that no one knows his full and proper identity, but it's a bit convenient that nobody even mentions his race.
I should get going.
About time.
I mean, the difference between a Vorcha and a Krogan and a Turian and an Asari and a human and a Volus, you know, they all kind of stand out in their own way. And nobody has even mentioned what species Archangel is. It's pretty relevant. They do mention his race, though. Ooh, Who mentions it? Garm said he was Turian? I missed it. The guy I just spoke to, he actually did say Turian? It really went over my head. Well, okay. I stand corrected. If he said it, I completely missed it. The guy you were just talking to said he was Turian. Which part of the conversation? Part of the conversation did he say that in? Was he the only one who mentions it? Maybe I'm so conditioned by just, knowing what's coming that I don't hear it. When he's talking about the toughest fight of his life, waiting for his men to show up, they chased him all over Omega. Yeah, so I have some of that in my head, but not the line about him being Turian. All right. Open dash C. That means he's slightly worse to look at than you. Ah, right. Okay.
This should come in handy.
Submachine gun damage, good, because they're so weak.
Watch out.
Kathka's assistant.
Kathka?
Sergeant Kathka. You must be the group Salky mentioned. You're just in time.
Sorry, don't know Salky.
Salky?
You met him when you were dropped off. He radioed to say you were coming. You three kind of stand out from most of the other freelancers. Anyway, the infiltration team is about to give us a signal. Archangel won't know what hit him. Got any questions? This may be your last chance.
So our plan is to jump the wall and head for Archangel's building?
And try not to get killed too fast. You're only a distraction, as long as you're alive. You don't have to make it all the way across. Just keep Archangel watching that bridge. The infiltration team will do the rest.
Are you gonna give us cover with the gunship?
Huh. Tarek is the only one who flies her. Besides, she's not quite ready. That bastard Archangel gave her a beating last time she was out there. A few more tweaks, she'll be as good as new.
Why are you coordinating the attack and fixing gunships?
I'm in the infiltration group. Our team coordinates with the gunship. I'm staying back to organize the freelancers and make sure the gunship's ready to go if we need her.
How will the infiltration team get to Archangel?
They've got two options. They trap him in close quarters and finish the bastard off face to face. If that doesn't work, they have explosives. They'll just need time to set up.
So the bridge is the only way in?
Until the gunship's working again or the blasters finish with the tunnels. Look, we got a plan. We don't need you trying to come up with any great ideas.
You can always just smoke them out.
Just do your damn job. Collect your credits and go home.
Are you leading the assault?
Ha! Tarek doesn't pay me to fight. I just plan the attacks and fix the damn gunship. You freelancers get the privilege of... Check. Bravo team, go, go, go! Archangel's got quite a surprise waiting for him.
He's not the only one.
That means no more waiting for me. Gotta get her back to 100% before Tarek decides he needs her.
He's talking about the gunship. Well, about that.
You're working too hard.
Archangel doesn't have much time.
Shepard's gotta do what Shepard's gotta do. Catch a glimpse.
Come on, give these guys a surprise of our own.
Trouble ahead!
Archangel's up there. And so you can't even target him. Bomb tech, freelancers.
She's with Archangel!
Leave the med kits and things laying around for now.
This looks interesting.
There's a number of them. We may want to grab them at some point. Oh, hi! Actually...
Down. Enemies in front.
Here we go.
Not a problem.
Lock and load.
You're working too hard.
Archangel.
Shepard. I thought you were dead.
Garrus!
Garrus, what are you doing here?
Just keeping my skills sharp. A little target practice.
You okay?
Been better, but it sure is good to see a friendly face. Killing mercs is hard work, especially on my own.
How'd you manage to piss off every major merc organization in the Terminus systems?
It wasn't easy. I really had to work at it. I am amazed that they teamed up to fight me. They must really hate me.
Since when did you start calling yourself Archangel?
It's just a name the locals gave me for all my good deeds. I don't mind it, but please, it's just Garrus to you.
You nailed me good a couple times, by the way.
Concussive rounds only, no harm done. Didn't want the mercs getting suspicious.
Uh-huh.
If I wanted to do more than take your shields down, I'd have done it. Besides, you were taking your sweet time. I needed to get you moving.
What are you doing out here on Omega?
I got fed up with all the bureaucratic crap on the Citadel. Figured I could do more good on my own. At least it's not hard to find criminals here. All I have to do is point my gun and shit.
Well, we got here, but I don't think getting out will be as easy.
No, it won't. That bridge has saved my life, funneling all those witless idiots into scope. But it works both ways. They'll slaughter us if we try to get out that way.
So we just sit here and wait for them to take us out?
It's not all that bad. This place has held them off so far. And with 3 of you, I suggest we hold this location, wait for a crack in their defenses, take our chances. It's not a perfect plan, but it's a plan.
How'd you let yourself get into this position?
My feelings got in the way of my better judgment. It's a long story. I'll make you a deal. You get me out of here alive, and I'll tell you the whole damn thing.
If we fight as a team, we'll hold them off.
You're right. Their numbers won't help them in here anyway. Let's see what they're up to.
I don't know about his
Their
assessment.
infiltration team failed. Take a look.
Their numbers won't help them in here?
Clips, I think.
Bang!
That looks like a lot more than scouts.
Indeed. We better get ready. I'll stay up here. I can do a lot of damage from this vantage point. You can do what you do best. Just like old times, Shepard. Let's give these bastards everything.
Yeah.
Have made it into the base.
Yeah, just barely. Just barely!
Eclipse Mercs, rear stair.
I usually wait for them to actually get up the stairs. But let's not.
Heads up. Deploying sniper.
Now let's finish you off. Affirmative.
Got it.
You bet. Engaging target. Affirmative.
Lock and load.
Alright, Jamster, if you're still there, have a good meal. Catch you when you get back here.
You bet.
On it.
You want something done properly. All right, let's see how you handle this, Archangel.
Yeah, Max, if Season 3 ends up on a big discount sometime, I'm sure I'll end up picking it up. Just lost my eagerness for it.
Sending out the heavy meds.
That problem should take care of itself.
I wanna see. The mech's not working for them anymore. The mech is working for us. Tag the mech. Alright, mech is down. Those came out backwards. Eclipse forever! Alright, we got a couple getting into the base.
There we go.
Shepard, get up!
Need some cover.
Here we go.
Here's Jeroth. You remember Jeroth? Rude as all hell.
They're through my shields.
Nope, too late. You went down.
Looks like that's all of them. Come find me before they regroup.
Yeah, you don't want to have Life is Strange spoiled for you. Max, and you were talking about picking it up on sale. You were talking about Wolf Among Us, Prestige, wondering about Wolf Among Us. I think I'd have enjoyed Wolf Among Us a lot more if I had known what I was getting into. I really didn't know the premise for the game, and it kind of threw me for a loop. Zaid gets a Vindicator battle rifle. All right.
You're kicking ass, Shepard. They barely touched me. And we got Jareth in the process. I've been hunting that little bastard for months.
Why were you after him?
He's been shipping tainted Ezo all over Citadel space. Half the goods I seized back at CSEC came from his team here on Omega. I took out a big shipment a while back and killed his top lieutenant in the process. Not surprised he decided to work with the other mercs after that.
We've still got Bloodpack and Blue Suns left. Think we can make a break for it?
Maybe. Let's see what they're up to. They've reinforced the other side, heavily, but they're not coming over the bridge yet. What are they waiting for?
That, maybe?
What the hell was that?
Damn it. They breached the lower level. Well, they had to use their brains eventually. You'd better get down there, Shepard. I'll keep the bridge clear.
Let's split up 2 and 2. Keep one of my team here.
You sure? Who knows what you'll find down there?
I'm gonna leave Zaid with Garrus. Miranda's got overload and warp, stuff for armor and shields.
Zaid, stay with Garrus. Keep him alive.
Roger that.
Thanks, Shepard.
Roger,
you
roger.
better get going.
We're on our way.
Go down a level. The basement door's on the west side of the main room behind the stairs. I'll radio directions if you need help, but you've got to get down there quick. Good luck.
Yeah, while we're trying to save Garrus, I don't want to talk too much about something completely different, but Wolf Among Us has its own unique story. So there's no problem there, Prestige. You don't need to know the story. But a lot of the fairy tale characters that are involved, I was unfamiliar with about half of them. It kind of went over my head. I also didn't realize it was going to be such a whimsical and yet dark mixing of fairy tales. I really didn't know what I was getting into. I think I might enjoy it a whole lot more in a replay. Or I think we're maxed out on medkits, so I'm not going to pick any up. Medkits all over.
Get to the console and close that shutter before they can get through.
Where Shepard not being able to run more than a few seconds at a time. A real pain. Miranda, do not block the door.
No shields.
There's 2 more shutters. Get them close.
That's the easy one. Alright, Vanguard makes some of these rooms a whole lot easier. And we are not playing Vanguard today. Not at all. Let's make the most of it. We want to thin their numbers, then we need to advance to the door back there. The panel we need to hit is way in the back. As a Vanguard, it's easy to get there. Doesn't mean it's easy to close it, but it is easy to get there. Prestige, you were talking about Life is Strange. Yeah, I kind of lost track of chat there for a little while. Miranda, if you think you can actually get to cover, I should have stuck her in cover before we started. She's probably going to die up on this platform. Least surprising events ever. And how is it, my mappings are still so messed up here.
Find the large shutters and seal them.
Now, Miranda, before you die again, get down, get down, get down. Don't nail anyone. Thank you. Get to cover. Beautiful. Just like that. Just like that.
You bet. Not a problem.
Max, you always thought Vanguard felt kind of wonky in ME2 because there's no dodge roll. I really like the dodge roll in ME3.
My shields are down. There we go. That one hit.
There's a console near the
I found it quite satisfying. Shepard, come on. Shields. Shields up. Shields up, Shepard. Okay, Krogan, kind of a problem here. If we go to close the door... Shit, move, move, move! Damn it. If we go to... Should we go to cover? This is not good. If we go to close the door and enemies move through the door, it'll stop the timer. So, in a weird way, we want them on our side of the door. Either far enough back on the other side or on our side of the door. Standing right by the door, we need that Krogan to come through. We need that Krogan to die. If we were a Vanguard, that'd be a different story. All right, Miranda, take up a position where you'll stay and be safe, hopefully. Let me remap this stuff that keeps... I don't seem to be able to make it to a save point. Every time I remap throw to one of my bumpers, I end up dying and then the mapping gets undone. There's at least one Varen that moves in on us. Here it comes.
Not a problem.
Find the large shutters and seal them.
Now the Krogan hasn't come into the room yet.
You bet.
Here they come.
Not good. More coming through.
There's a console near
I can probably finish that one off, but... Alright, here comes our Krogan. Here comes our first Krogan. I'm actually gonna retreat a little bit here.
Krogan.
Draw him out into the room. We need to deal with everybody who remains. Although if the Krogan's moving on Miranda, that might actually be a good opportunity to go for the shutter. There will be more spawns, but if we can get the shutter closed. 3, 2, 1. Shutter! Okay, shutter's closed, and I'm in some cover. Let's get Miranda back up and clean house. Miranda up? Yes.
Now let's finish you off. Taking fire.
Shit! That throw didn't go. The throw didn't go. Knock him down. Take cover. Keep him down. Son of a gun. Lie down.
Taking some fire, Shepard. Time to get those damn suckers.
Shit! Well, that didn't exactly go as planned. But we did get to punch a Krogan warlord to death. That's gotta be worth something. Tactical panic melee. Yeah, that. Precisely that. Alright, Miranda, on your feet. Nap's over. There should be ammo when we get back out there. We are still basically on a timer. You don't see it ticking, but Garrus is still under fire. We take too long. Garrus takes too much damage. I have to be mindful of Shepard's emphysema too. There is that.
I'm going to need some help soon. They're getting more aggressive.
Yeah, they do that. That was nasty.
Understood.
Come on, shields up, Shep. Yeah, and there's that. This is bad cover.
More trouble on the bridge. I can't keep up.
We'll put them down.
Secured. Get back here, Shepard. They're coming in through the doors.
Rip them to shreds!
Rip them up!
Watch my back. I'll deal with Archangel.
We want to get back up there. That's the door we came out of. It's a little weird that they stashed us over here. Anyways. Varen. Varen will approach your position. So the Varen's got to go. Hey, Miranda, what are you doing? Miranda, go stand here. Come on, take some cover.
Taking cover. Enemy target.
And we got Zaid again. He's upstairs, but he's helping. We'll be up there shortly. Dead. Hey, dead! I'm about to be flanked, I think. Or no, that's Garm upstairs.
I need help with this guy, Shepard.
Garrus got you covered. We're on our way. If only Shepard didn't have such difficulty breathing.
Let's finish you off.
Who's actually left? Oh, Garm. Who was I fighting? Just some random Krogan out there. Lovely. And Garm will keep shifting his attention between you and Garrus. If you leave the room, he'll shift back to Garrus. When you're in the room, he'll shift back to you.
I've lost shields.
Notice how he did not follow out into the hallway. Shit. Not good. Die! Finish him! Still alive.
They've stopped. Come find me.
Good on ammo. If you have a shotgun... if you have a shotgun out, that Krogan before Garm comments on a good choice of weapon. Krogans love to make fun of people with wimpy weapons, so that makes sense.
Tough bastards, but I've seen worse. And we took out Garm and his blood pack. This day just gets better and better. He was one tough son of a bitch.
You fought with him before?
Yeah, we tangled once. Caught him alone, none of his gang to help him. Still couldn't take him out. I've never seen a Krogan regen that fast. He's a freak of nature. He just kept at it until his Vorcha showed up. It was close, but I had to let him go. Not this time.
Only the Blue Suns are left. I say we take our chances and fight our way out.
I think you're right. Tarek's got the toughest group, but nothing we haven't faced before. Besides, he won't be expecting us to meet him head-on.
Heads up!
Damn it! I thought
Gunship!
I took that thing out.
They fixed it, but not completely. I made sure of that.
Offloading.
Who's next?
So we got Gentha, troopers, Legionnaire over in the corner.
Firing an impact shot. Here we go.
Shit. I asked for that. Shouldn't have popped out of cover. Turian advancing on our position. They don't usually all advance on your position, though. A couple of them will. But there's no need to really panic about them advancing your position a little bit.
Completely. I made sure of that.
Offloading troop. What?
Let's just take one of these out. still alive.
Easy enough.
Legionnaire.
Lock and load.
Not a problem.
Firing an impact shot. That all you
Legionnaire down.
got. Clear.
Guess we'll get Miranda back up.
Heads up.
Gotta put her in some more effective cover, I suppose. So the cover she found should work.
Taking heavy fire. Keep going. You bet.
Firing concussive shot.
They're rappelling down the sidewall. Ground floor.
Not a problem. One's not down. Get down.
They've reached the rear stairs.
Well, their corpses have reached the rear stairs. Archangel! Garrus!
Garrus!
Lock and load.
Smoke rising from Garrus's face, not the best sign.
Cut him down.
We're getting you out of here, Garrus. Just hold on.
Radio Joker, make sure they're ready for us.
He's not gonna make it.
He is gonna make it. He's got to make it. Extracted Archangel from Mercenary Siege and recruited him for the team. Unclear whether injury to Archangel will impair his ability to assist in the mission. Regardless, revelation of identity as Garrus Vicarian, useful in keeping Shepard comfortable. Welcome back. We're a little overdue for our first break, so we're going to take our first break here in just a minute. I think it's a good time for a break. Who's next? Should probably go take a trip to the Citadel. Haven't been there yet.
Commander, we've done what we could for Garrus, but he took a bad hit. The doc's corrected with surgical procedures and some cybernetics. Best we can tell, he'll have full functionality, but...
Still be ugly!
Shepard. Tough son of a bitch. Didn't think he'd be up yet.
Nobody would give me a mirror. How bad is it?
Hell, Garrus, you were always ugly. Slap some face paint on there and no one will even notice.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Damn it, my face is barely holding together as it is. Some women find facial scars attractive. Mind you, most of those women are Krogan.
But not all.
Frankly, I'm more worried about you, Cerberus Shepard. You remember those sick experiments they were doing?
Oh. I do. They've gotten worse.
That's why I'm glad you're here, Garrus. If I'm walking into hell, I want someone I trust at my side.
You realize this plan has me walking into hell, too. Just like old times. I'm fit for duty whenever you need me, Shepard. I'll settle in and see what I can do with the forward batteries.
Alright, before we head to the Citadel, first trip to the Citadel, let's go check in with the crew, including Garrus. We may have some upgrades that we can do right now. Submachine gun, damage 10%. Costs a little bit of iridium. Need to find some more upgrade information before we can do any more there. Tech damage 10%. Only requires a little bit of EZO. All good for now. Morden, how's it going?
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, would like that, actually. Talked about work earlier. Time with Special Tasks Group studying genophage. Wasn't entirely honest. Lie of omission. Also, other kinds. Need to clear the air. Mission too important to keep secrets. Work on genophage was more than just study.
What was the Special Tasks Group doing with the Krogan genophage?
Study at first, as I said, but uncovered surprising data. Krogan population was increasing at faster rate than expected. Krogan were adapting to genophage, overcoming disease.
The genophage adjusted fertility rates in the Krogan race. The Krogan had been utilized as soldiers in a war, but by bringing them off their homeworld and allowing them to start breeding in the rest of the galaxy, there was this immediate risk that they would overtake the galaxy. The original genophage was a project to adjust fertility rates so that that wouldn't happen. But Special Tasks Group, along with Morden, they were observing an uptick. Krogan birth rates. They were overcoming the disease. Oh.
Did the Krogan evolve, or did some of their scientists develop a treatment?
Krogan scientists? Never met Krogan scientist worthy of term. No. Natural evolution. Krogan physiology incredibly durable. Organ redundancy, backup systems, cellular regeneration. Genophage like any other natural hazard. Krogan evolved past it.
Maybe they were just having a lucky year. Or fewer mercs left, meaning more Krogan.
Go ahead, laugh. Laugh, Morden.
Please, Shepard. Social environmental concerns accounted for. Not an undergraduate. Population spike caused by adaptation to genophage. No other possibility.
What did your team do when it learned that the Krogan were overcoming the genophage?
Personally led a science team. Geneticists, chemists, sociologists, mathematicians. Created new version of genophage. Released it onto Chanka, other Krogan-centric areas. Restabilized Krogan population.
Why not go all the way? Man.
You never considered other options?
Hundreds. Thousands. Modified genophage offered best outcome. Stabilized population, avoided publicity that could incite Krogan anger, averted potential genocide or devastating war. Best solution for whole galaxy. Krogan included.
We're definitely not getting our follow alerts in chat or on screen here today. But Slidey Magic, Reaper, Willing Candy, Voice, and oh, nice, the Wankel rotary engine. What? You engineer or a fan of My Blue Heaven? Ah, nice, the Wankel rotary engine. He invented the rotary engine. I thought Wankel invented the rotary engine. Welcome aboard, everyone, if you're out there.
How did you distribute the modified genophage?
Covert drops, hospitals, clan centers, water supplies. Very difficult. Few Solarians on Tuchanka. Team got caught a few times. Had to fight free. Messy. Better when things went as planned.
How did your genophage modification work?
Krogan evolution attached garbage genetic code to genophage attack sites. Modification created other areas for garbage code to connect. Left sites clean, capable, running smoothly.
Well, pretty messed up, Morden, but I appreciate you telling me.
I doubt you've told many people about this, Morden. I appreciate you letting me know.
Wanted you to know I'm willing to do what's necessary. Should get back to work. Talk more later. Next time tissue synthesis has to compile. Good for free time.
Never doubted you, Morden.
Shepard, how can I help?
Upgrade. So again, every crew member has
Any
something they
ideas
can
on
do.
other ways to prepare for the collectors?
Ideas, yes. Expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
Maybe we do this before the break, Max. It's a... So, what has Morden added? Prototype. Morden's Omni Tool. Morden gets 20% tech power damage. Costs a bit of EZO. We can afford it.
Shepard, how can I help?
Is the lab working well for you?
Quite satisfactory. Found a few surveillance bugs. Destroyed most of them. Returned expensive one to Miranda. Nothing unexpected. Just need more samples. More collector data, tissue samples, anything you can get, I can use. Find new tech.
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
Probably done talking
Have you got
for
a minute
now.
to talk?
Perhaps later.
Perhaps
Trying to
later.
determine how Scale Itch got onto Normandy. Sexually transmitted disease only carried by Varen. Implications unpleasant. Anything else?
You got that, right?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Somebody on the Normandy's been screwing around with a Varen. I don't know who to point the blame at.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the collectors?
They spec'd this ship to the original Normandy, but you were there. The collectors cut her like butter. This armor just isn't top of the line anymore. People will die if we don't upgrade. Alliance had some new toys in secret dev before I left. I could try and pull a few favors.
Yeah. Ship enhancements. This is one of the big ones. This one's important. Normandy armor upgrade. The Asari-made Solaris armor upgrade is attached to the ship's superstructure. This will help the ship hold together if hit by a blast powerful enough to penetrate its shields. The opening sequence of the game, the Normandy SR-1 was obliterated by a collector ship. We definitely need better armor. Kelly, how we doing?
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Oh, how are you doing?
How is our newest Turian crew member doing? His injuries looked painful.
She's always worried about someone else.
He's been through a lot, not just physically.
There's something about him. I just want to hold him close and whisper, "It will be all right."
Kelly wants to hold everyone close, though.
I've been through a lot too, Kelly. Some of your therapy sounds perfect right now.
Someday we'll have to set aside some time and really talk. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
Let's
I
talk
always
more
have
holding.
time for you, Commander.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
From Cerberus Command. Reports tell us you've been operating in the Omega Nebula. We'd like you to look into a situation on Lorik, a nearby planet in the Fathar system. Scan the planet for a base, where we believe Eclipse mercs are holding one of our operatives. You should be able to detect the operative's transmitter. Extract the operative. If the operative is beyond rescue, recover any relevant intel that Eclipse may have collected. This is a very delicate matter, Shepard. We trust in your discretion. Here's the kid from Afterlife, John Whitson. Hey, Arya gave me this address. I think I met you at Afterlife on Omega. You stopped me from joining up with those mercs who were trying to take out Archangel. Man, I was so pissed off with you. I got blind drunk that night, and it was a few days later before I got it together enough to check the news vids and saw that almost all those mercs had gotten killed by Archangel. I don't know who you are or if you got out of there alive yourself, but thanks. How do you not know who we are? You just sent us an email. But anyways, I felt really stupid when I heard about the body count and how I could have been part of it. I'll make the most with what you did for me. John Whitson, who just emailed someone. I don't know who you are, but I addressed this to you. From Omega Clinic Desk. Commander, I wanted to thank you again for saving me from those Batarians. Thought I'd seen the worst of people's anger and fear at Dr. Solis's clinic. I had no idea how much anger his work was keeping in check. How bad it really was. If not for you, I'd be dead. Thank you. Clinic is doing well. You got rid of most of the plague, and I've been able to handle the rest without too much trouble. The Blue Suns keep offering to take over security here. I keep the mechs powered on. I won't make the same mistake twice. Thanks, Daniel. Let's see, we got upgrades already from Miranda. Scanning upgrades. So, before we do take that break, Axe has asked a couple times if we've been to the Sol system. Get that way. The local cluster, there. Familiar planets? My very educated mother just served us 9 pickles, pies, whatever. Max, you'd give a ridiculous example of what Shep's email address might look like, but you're scared that the bot will kick your ass for posting a link. Well, give it a go. Probing Uranus. After the development of Mass Effect FTL Drive, distant Uranus was the target of a land rush to exploit its combination of plentiful helium-3 fuel and shallow, for a gas giant, gravity well. Today, Uranus is the largest producer of helium-3 in Alliance space. King Bob loves Uranus. What's up, Bob? Planet is depleted. We're not going to find any nice resource spikes here. Doesn't mean we can't probe.
Really, Commander?
Yes, really.
Probing Uranus.
She sounds so delighted. One more time, Edie.
Probe away.
That's it. That's all we get. How's the King Troll doing today? Welcome, Bob. I don't know if you've been lurking out there. We sort of missed our first break. I should have taken about half an hour ago, but we were recruiting Garrus. We had business to take care of. Now that that business is done, we are, yes, we were free to probe Uranus. But we're gonna take our break now. I'm gonna go feed the dog, stretch my legs. If you've been sitting here for the past 2 hours, I suggest you too get out of your seat and go stretch your legs. Next stop, Citadel. We're gonna check in with the Council, everybody's favorite group of aliens, plus Anderson. And we're gonna recruit Kasumi. One decision we'll want to make today, at some point, is whether we want to try and tackle Kasumi's loyalty mission early to kind of get out of the way, whether we can bypass that bug. We'll talk about it when we get there. But some of you remember during the last playthrough, some of you have experienced that bug yourself. But there is a bug in Kasumi's DLC that rears up at the very end when you're finishing it, where the game crashes. So hopefully we can avoid that. Anyways, break time for me. Maybe break time for you. A couple songs queued up here. How about a... Yeah, I need a couple minutes here. So 8-minute break, maybe a 9-minute break. Couple songs. I'll be back. I'll meet you back here in a few. Cheers.